Alrighty, this is my 2020 Joe Biden versus Donald Trump debate and electoral map prediction for October. I think at this point, if I were to make two separate videos on predicting the debate and doing a map, I realistically think they're both pretty short, so I'm just going to combine them into one. It's currently Thursday, October 22nd, and the second debate should have been the third, but now it's the second debate. Is going to be starting in about, if it starts at 9 Eastern, it'll be starting in about 4 hours, or 3 hours. So, hopefully I'll get it out by then. But yeah, it's kind of last minute, but here goes. It's going to be very quick. I think realistically, both my electoral map and my debate prediction are going to be very similar to both the first the September electoral map and the first debate prediction. I did a few changes, namely in the debate. First thing with the debate, last time I talked about how Trump did not come off very well, as he appeared very much like a bully, very kind of unpresidential, as he constantly attacked Biden, interrupting, blah, blah, blah. Biden did the standard politician thing. Similar things are going to happen this time. I do think Trump's going to double down on really attacking as hard as he can. He's going to probably say Hunter Biden more than Joe Biden. And he's just going to try to be all around ruthless. And the thing is, due to the fact that the new debate rules are basically giving them or muting their microphones at some point, this will actually, I think, benefit Trump because he'll come off as more strong and less mean, if that makes any sense at all. I do think it'll be very partisan once again, and plenty of people, probably polls will say Joe Biden won, but I do think Trump will overperform what people are expecting of him after the first debate, and I think he will experience a little bit of a bump from this one. But overall, I don't think it will be enough to really change too much to the election, as I'm going to get into right now with the Electoral College. I've already filled in most of the normal ones. I've talked about them a million times. Not going to bother here. So going into this one, normally I just kind of go through every state one by one. However, realistically, nothing has typically really changed at all since my last prediction, which I think is good because, if it did change a lot, that means my first prediction, or at least my most recent prediction, wasn't very good. Realistically, it's going to be pretty similar, but I want to talk about it as a whole rather than kind of individually by states. Basically, what's happened is, as everyone knows, Trump is down a lot in the polls. Just looking right here, how about if in Oklahoma, I know Trump v. Biden, Trump up 22. This may seem really weird. This is just a random one I picked, first one I saw basically. But this is Trump losing 10 or so points from 2016, which kind of shows how the country has shifted away from him. Point is, he is losing, and I'm assuming both the Biden and Trump internals show that. So Trump, over the last month or so, has been pulling funding out of places like Arizona, out of Nevada, I think, out of the Midwest, and so on, because he needs to basically save up his money to kind of give one last push here in the last 2 weeks, hope for an October surprise, along with the strong debate performance, and maybe he wins. Will he get those things? The answer is probably not. It's unlikely. Of course, it could happen, but the odds are stacked against him right now. And why is that? Well, Joe Biden has totally been beating him in the money race, and he has made a solid impact on the Midwest. He is likely going to win these three crucial Midwestern states easily, which Clinton lost in 2016. Joe Biden's just been throwing money at that forever, and at this point, Trump would need a miracle to somehow flip those back. You can just look at the early voting in some of these states, and yeah, it's kind of not good for him. Same thing with Minnesota. I'll throw that one in there too. Yeah, but what Trump's kind of got to do here is he's kind of got to do like a 2020 version of the Battle of the Bulge, where he just basically saves up all his resources, knowing that he's losing, and just throws them all at the wall, basically, and hopes something sticks. Of course, in the real Battle of the Bulge, that did not work, and of course, the Germans did get defeated about 6 months later. But realistically, he will have a bit of he will overcome these polling numbers, which he is seeing right now. Especially in places like Florida. I did predict Florida to be around +1 at this time, and if you look right here, as you can see, we have a +2.1 for Florida, pretty similar as to what I predicted. as with I think North Carolina, Biden's up by a little bit, but I think Trump should overcome that. Same with Georgia. The unfortunate reality in both Georgia and Texas is there's this thing called voter suppression, which definitely will play a huge impact, and I think if it were not for that, which is extremely unfortunate, I would definitely be considering putting Georgia into the tilt or lean Democrat column. However, at this point, I think Georgia is still going to be going for Trump out +1. Same deal with Ohio, same deal with Iowa. Nothing too crazy there, same as my last prediction. However, the rest here I think will be won by the Democrats, including Arizona, including Nevada. New Hampshire, actually, honestly, could probably be likely at this point. And I actually think Maine's second district will go to Biden. Why? I don't know. I just feel like it. And Nebraska's second as well, as likely probably. And yeah, we're back to the map that I talked about in my last prediction. Very quick prediction, like I said, really nothing to talk about, but yeah, at this point, Trump is going to have an extremely difficult time winning back some of these states, and depending on his debate performance and how much money he really actually can spend, I could definitely see him losing Florida. I could definitely see him losing Ohio. But in any case, it doesn't even matter because like Biden's basically got this one down with the 3 Midwestern states plus Arizona, which gives him 293 to Trump's 245. Yeah, so that's my prediction. Like I said, it was very quick. But I'll probably, hopefully, do one more prediction for November, which will just be like the day before the election. And maybe I'll get it right. We'll see. And yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.